Hello everyone. Hi, I am Jewel and welcome. Welcome to my channel. Hi guys, I am back. It seems like I've been away for such a long time and I've missed you guys so much. When I went away the last time, I didn't mean to stay away so long, but I got into a little problem with my right shoulder. It became sprained. And so, I had to wait until it healed. I'm still healing right now, but I feel so much better. I hope all of you are doing really, really well, that your health is stable, your families are good, and that everything is going your way. And if it's not, then just please hold on and be strong, because I believe that things are going to be turning around for all of us. Okay, guys, the topic today is the reopening of America. So let's get started. When will the U.S. reopen? Reopening America requires all of us to move forward together by practicing social distancing and other daily habits to reduce our risk of exposure to the virus that causes COVID-19. Reopening the country also strongly relies on public health strategies, including increased testing of people for the virus, social distancing, isolation, and keeping track of how someone affected might have affected other people. The White House and the CDC guidelines for the opening up of America again is a three-phase approach based on the advice of public health experts. Under these guidelines, states will reopen one step at a time rather than all at once. Governors are empowered to tailor the phase opening to address the unique needs of their individual states, with phased openings at the statewide or county by county level. Phase 1 and Phase 2. According to the White House and CDC guidelines, vulnerable individuals such as the elderly and people with CKD should continue to shelter in place in Phase 1 and Phase 2. If you must leave your home, adhere to the CDC guidelines regarding travel. Phase 3. Vulnerable individuals such as the elderly and people with CKD can resume public interactions, but should practice physical distancing, minimizing exposure to social settings where distancing may not be practical unless precautionary measures are observed. Employers may be able to make special accommodations for vulnerable individuals, for example, continue to work remotely at home or staggering shifts so fewer people are on site at a given time. Many large and small venues will be open, including restaurants, movie theaters, places of worship, schools, camps, gyms, and more. Long-term care facilities and hospitals will also be opening to visitors, and elective surgeries will be scheduled. It is important to remember that you are still at increased risk for severe disease should you become affected with the COVID-19. So seek the advice of your healthcare team before engaging in any public interactions. Continue to practice good hygiene. Wash your hands with soap and water or use hand sanitizer, especially after touching frequently used items or surfaces, avoiding touching your face, sneeze or cough into a tissue or the inside of your elbow. Disinfect frequently used items and surfaces as much as possible. Strongly consider using face coverings while in public, and particularly when using mass transit. Continue to adhere to state and local guidelines as well as complementary CDC guidance, particularly with respect to face coverings. Okay, guys, this is the opening of America, stages 1 through 3. And as you heard that, the country is starting to open again. And you're having restaurants, stores reopening with people, of course, crowds of people and all of those things, that are businesses that are trying to reestablish themselves. But for those of us in the kidney community, and for those of us that have high blood pressure, heart disease, anything that makes our immune system, react in a negative way to COVID 19, we need to still be very, very careful from the CDC guidelines that when we do go out, we still need to have our face coverings, our masks, our hand covering, and of course, we have to also continue to practice social distancing to make sure that we are safe from other people that may have the disease that haven't been tested. So, as America opens for us in the kidney community and all those communities with people that have health care problems, we are still at risk. COVID 19 is still here, and we have to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves by always following guidelines from the CDC and the National Kidney Foundation and other kidney communities that you watch. Because we, as the vulnerable people in this country, are still vulnerable, no matter if America opens right now, because there is no cure yet for COVID 19, and the testing is still not countrywide. So we are very, very vulnerable to people that are standing next to us, especially if they don't have a mask and and haven't been tested. So, as for myself, as a kidney patient, I will be following all these guidelines because still I have gone out, guys, through the interim, and I have always had my mask on, my gloves on, and also practiced social distancing, whether I am in the grocery store or even the store on the corner. This is something that we, as a kidney community, will have to continue to do, no matter what goes on in America through other venues and movies and all those things. We have to continue to be vigilant with our health because remember, we are the vulnerable people right now that this COVID 19 affects the most. And of course, our brothers and sisters that are doing dialysis, 3 or 4 times a week, they are just as vulnerable to, like us, to this COVID 19 affecting them. So, they have to do the same thing that we're doing, which is practice the mask and the gloves and all of those things. I think that within our community, the kidney community, we have had a heads up because our communities, our organizations have prepared us for this pandemic that is going on right now. So I think that we, as people with immune deficiencies, our organizations have told us how to go about things when we need to. Of course, the best policy for us, of always, is to stay in place, and if you cannot stay in place, you need to also make sure that you're covered from your mask to your gloves and anything else that you can think of that is going to keep you safe. So, guys, this is the article of Reopening America, and hopefully, things will be going, slowly to get us back into the groove of working with other people and being around other people. But for us in the kidney community, we still have to be very, very vigilant in how we approach this opening of America because we are still vulnerable to this COVID 19. And it's up to us as individuals to take care of ourselves and to also talk to your healthcare providers to see if they have any other tips and information that you need to keep yourself safe. So, guys, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And of course, I'm sending all of you so much love and affection, especially um, my brothers and sisters that are still doing, the dialysis 3 or 4 times a week. It is a very, very difficult, and I understand that, and we all understand because we that have transplants have gone through the same thing you're going through, but never in this type of instance that a virus has taken over the whole world, and we are thinking about you. We are sending you so much love and affection to get through this, and for all of us to get through this together, because it is about being together. Because this is a country that moves, that if one thing is good for all of us, it is usually good for, the whole country. But in this instance, there are so many of us that are vulnerable right now. So we still have to follow the rules of the CDC and our kidney communities to keep ourselves safe and to make sure that others are not spreading the virus to us, because we are the vulnerable ones in this community. So, guys, please know that you are thought of every day, that we love you so, so much. And as you see, there are so many people looking out for us. Just look at the National Kidney Foundation and all the kidney foundations that talk to us every day about what we should be doing to keep ourselves safe. And of course, fighting for our rights to make sure that we have the things that we need, like ventilators if people become sick, masks, all those things that we need to have to keep ourselves safe in our community. So, guys, you need to take care of yourselves always. Always follow, your doctor's orders and CDC orders at this moment. Make sure that you are always staying positive, guys. We cannot live in fear. It gets us nowhere except worry. What we have to do is stay vigilant, not live in fear, and stay positive and stay hopeful, because one day this too shall pass for all of us. So, guys, take care of yourselves, and I will see all of you on the next video. Bye.